I can't even start this video off saying it's time, because it's been time for a minute. I just been fucking lazy, but it's time.
So swift that you can't beat the guard as your lyrics get buried 6 feet deep in my backyard. I laugh hard while you're mental.
We've been waiting for this one for a while. I'm so happy that we finally have it. It's in our grasp. Lil B has blessed us he blessed us a few days early for it, so I'm very appreciative of that, and I love it. I wasn't expecting it to sound the way it does. It goes from a very old school West Coast style all the way to like a boom bopish type thing, and it's amazing. I love it. Also, it's produced from the ground up by Lil B, which that is, I talked about that in my Tyler video. That's a level of musical talent that I do not want to get into at the moment. That is something else. Very appreciative of him doing that. That itself boosts the album's rating like a fucking 2 more points. Also, on this video, I'm changing my scale from the letter grades to numbers because I think that is a bit easier to interpret. Hopefully that will reflect in the video. So basically, Lil B, Bass God, the man himself, has his hands in a lot of things. Without Lil B, we wouldn't see as many rappers such as like Ugly God and maybe even Lil Dicky and just the father of a lot. Even it goes so far as you can say maybe XXX Tennis Balls, we wouldn't see him either. Lil B definitely fathered a lot of things, but the most prevalent thing he's fathered is that bass style that gave us a lot of tracks from such as people like Young God and other people who follow the bass way of rhyming and that flow. Very nice. It's very free. It seems to be a style that isn't like conform to what we would consider rap to be, and that either leads to an extremely crazy track or an extremely bad track. Luckily on Black Ken, we got extremely good tracks, and don't get me wrong, there definitely were some low points on the album that didn't really stand up to the rest of the album, and just when you're going through a playthrough, just kind of like throws you off, and by like your third playthrough, you probably just skip right over them. But that is not enough to make me not want to listen to this again. It's 27 tracks, so like each playthrough was a task for me. Like I had to clear off some time. It's very good. I'll say that right now. You'll definitely hear me praising this throughout the different sections of this video. I'm definitely going to change around how I do my reviews. Try to be a little bit more critical. I know in my last reviews, all you heard me say is, "Oh, this is fire," and "That's fire." And I haven't really shown any hatred. It's been for like the past 3 reviews, I've been kind of like really lenient on people. So let's try to be mean. So because this thing is 27 tracks, I decided it'd be in my best interest to actually not do a standout track section or a struggle bar section. So instead I decided it'd be better for everyone if I just did a one big section describing what was hot and what was not. Now, as far as for what I thought was hot, any track on this album, which I can just narrow down to track 2 and track 21, that combine that old school West Coast type flow with Lil B's like bass non-conforming flow, and made like a love child of epic proportion. Did a fucking fusion dance and made like Super Gogeta or some shit like that. I thought was fire as fuck. It's more than just 2 and 21, but like these are what I think epitomized what I'm describing right now. There was as far as what I thought was not were songs that gave me that like a weird vibe. He definitely used a lot of synths on songs like "What's Up JoJo," and like they threw me off a bit. Like I was like, I understand that you since you made this whole thing, you produced it from the ground up, so I give you that, you know. But you use way too many synths on "What's Up JoJo," and songs like most of the songs that like they're also old school West Coast type flows, like club songs, but I don't know, man. Like they just didn't strike, they didn't hit me the right way like these other songs did. they definitely made me want to skip over them on my like when I was on like playthrough fucking 4 and so forth, you know. So if you're gonna get into this, maybe not listen to that as your first song on here. I don't want you to like hate it.
Oh, lonely ass nigga.
So what I think of this album overall is a great little B project, and we've been waiting for it for a while. So the fact that he can still just release it after all this time and still garner the same hype as he did is when he released it when he was in his prime of popularity is crazy to me. And he is definitely the enigma of hip-hop, and I think that is his title all the way. He runs with that. He does his thing. This album in particular was just a good ode to him. He showed that he still had it, you know. He wasn't fading off from his weirdness in hip-hop in his own lane. Didn't conform and do what was hot. I didn't hear a single fucking A flow in this, which thank God will be Bass God, best man on the planet. He did his thing here. I'll give him that 100%. Now, as far as me critiquing the album, there were some things that I think he can do better when he releases his next track. No more. Let's dial it back on the synths you decide to use, buddy. Those got really annoying really fast, and I can't bash him too much for it because he once again produced this from the ground up. That's like I'm bashing him for it, but I'm hating myself inside for doing it because that is lovely. You know, you could produce your whole album by yourself. High five for you. Clap, clap, clap. You deserve everything the world has out there to give you. I liked what he did here. I think it was really nice. As far as a score I would give this thing that would allow me to continue living, I'm feeling a smooth 7 on this. A smooth 7 out of 10. I think that's a fair score. If you definitely have any disagreements with me, if you think this was awful, you know, you can come in the comments and we can argue it out. If you think I'm correct, which you should, then you can come in the comments and say, hey, you know, oh fuck, I thought to myself again. Say, hey, big hallelujah, nice job reviewing this album, man. You did great. You can leave a like or subscribe, whatever the fuck y'all do. You know, whatever y'all do when y'all watch YouTube videos nowadays. I know it took me a while to upload this review. I've been bullshitting. I've been lazy and sleep and stuff like that. Still in the same place I was last video. I hope to see y'all next time.